What if I told you that most of your stress comes from caring too much about what other people think? Pause and let that settle. Most people live their entire lives trying to solve stress at the surface level: more productivity, more distractions, more hustle. But underneath all the noise, behind the endless to-do lists, goals, and restless nights, is a deeper truth. We are prisoners of opinions. Prisoners of expectations. Our own, and everyone else's. Why is it that some days, you can do everything right, and still feel empty, tense, and unfulfilled? Why do you keep chasing success but find only more anxiety? It's not because you aren't capable. It's because the more you care how the world sees you, the less you can hear yourself. This is the trap that no one warns you about. Imagine you wake up. The first thing you do, check your phone, messages, emails, social media. Maybe you're searching for validation, maybe just distraction, but your mind is instantly hijacked by the outside world. A friend posts a big achievement, your stomach tightens. Someone you barely even know leaves a snide comment, your mood sours. You start to think, am I doing enough? Am I behind? Do I matter? By the time you're out the door or sitting at your desk, your mind is already weighed down by invisible pressure. What will people think of me today? That's not living. That's reacting constantly. Society says, the more you do, the better you are. Stoic philosophy whispers, the calmer you are, the more clearly you see. The less you need approval, the more power you have. If you are disturbed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your own estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Think about that. It's not the event, the comment, the opportunity missed, or the person who ignores you that causes pain. It's your own interpretation, your own attachment to outcome, that keeps the storm raging inside. If you truly want to manifest everything you want, not just money or success, but inner peace, fulfillment, and genuine power, you must first relax your mind. And to relax your mind, you must learn to care less about what is out of your control, and more about what is within your control. We've been taught to manifest with vision boards, endless affirmations, and fake optimism. We try to think positive all day, but the mind is still running, chasing, hustling, never still. Modern advice tells us manifest by wanting more, harder. Work longer, out-hustle everybody. Fake it till you make it. But Stoic manifestation means something deeper. Relax into the present moment. Let go of desperate outcomes. Focus on virtue, not external rewards. Success is not in what you get, but in who you become. Imagine the difference between chasing happiness and inviting it by being calm, present, and unattached to outcome. One brings stress and endless striving. The other brings peace, and, ironically, more success than chasing ever could. Why do you want what you want? Is it because you truly desire it, or are you secretly trying to impress, prove, or compete? Here's the truth: if your motivation is all about proving something to someone else, or escaping your own inner anxiety, no amount of achievement will ever feel like enough. But if you can relax your mind, choose your goals from a place of calm rather than pressure, and trust the process, life starts to move differently. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Let's paint a picture. Two people both dream of success, security, and happiness. Person A, every morning, races to check notifications. Their mood rises and falls with every ping, every comment, every new like. They rush, they force, they chase. Their mind is a battlefield, always comparing, always competing. Person B wakes up, breathes in silence. Maybe it's a quiet walk, a cup of tea, a simple appreciation of the moment. They set intentions, but release expectations. As difficulties and surprises come throughout the day, person B chooses a calm response. Can I control this? No. Then I let it be. Person A is tense, drained, rarely present. Person B is lighter, more creative, more magnetic. People feel at ease around them. Who, in the end, will not only attract more good fortune, but also feel more alive through the waves and storms of life. So the question is not, how do I get everything I want? The real question is, how do I relax my mind so deeply, so honestly, that what I truly desire begins to flow to me, simply because I stopped chasing, and started aligning. That's what Stoic philosophy can teach you, step by step. In the next part, I'll show you the Stoic practices used for centuries to relax the mind, detach from anxiety, and quietly manifest abundance without chasing, without noise, without wearing yourself down. Stay with me. The journey to a relaxed mind and a fulfilled life starts now. Now that you understand the trap of over-attachment, and why so much manifestation fails because it starts from agitation, not serenity, let's start learning the Stoics' way to true calm and silent attraction. At the root of almost every anxious thought is a simple confusion. We mix up what's in our power and what isn't. You worry about how your boss will react, about whether they'll answer your message, about what your friend will think if you say no, about whether the world will reward your hard work. But if you pause, truly pause, and ask, is this mine to control? Most of the time, the answer is no. Some things are up to us, and some are not. The Stoics trained themselves to return to this truth every day. You can't control the weather or someone else's approval. You can't control tomorrow's outcome or the mood of the crowd. But you can always control what you focus on. You can always choose your response. That is your creative power. Every morning, pause and ask, what is truly in my hands today? What burdens can I drop? Picture yourself at work. You see two colleagues reacting to a stressful announcement. One panics, spreads the worry to everyone else, checks updates every 5 minutes, starts blaming whoever is nearby. By lunchtime, they're exhausted, behind on their own tasks, making mistakes. The other receives the news, breathes, writes down what is within the sphere of influence, and starts quietly tackling those next steps. There is no panic, no drama. Their mind remains their own even as the world changes. Guess who is the one people begin to trust, whose inner gravity magnetizes new opportunities, support, even luck? It's always the person who relaxes into what they can do, and lets go of what they can't. Here's an uncomfortable truth: most dreams are not destroyed by lack of effort, but by our refusal to let go of control over the timeline and the outcome. The Stoic way to attract love, career success, respect, is to act with full commitment, but detach from the results. You want the job? Apply, prepare, show up, but don't tie your self-worth to hearing yes. You want love? Be open, communicate, grow, but don't obsess over acceptance or rejection. Letting go is not abandoning desire. It's trusting that what is real flows naturally when you are relaxed, whole, and steady. Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? Detachment makes you a magnet for good things. Desperation only pushes them further away. Envision two friends awaiting result of a big interview. One refreshes email every few minutes, texts everyone about their anxiety, imagines disaster, can't sleep. The other goes for a walk, writes in a journal, takes care of the body, plans their next step regardless of this outcome. Who will seem more attractive to other opportunities? Who will show up better in relationships and social circles? The person who is self-possessed, calm, and unattached. This is not easy. It takes practice. But the rewards are subtle and astonishing. Soon, you notice people are drawn to your calm. Opportunity arrives without you chasing it down. Silent mornings begin your day with 5 minutes of quiet, no screens, just breathing. Set a simple intention: today, I will focus only on what I can control. Detachment check-ins: when anxiety rises or you feel yourself gripping on too tightly, ask, is this attachment helping me, or hurting me? Gently loosen your grip. Stoic journaling: each evening, write for 2 minutes, what did I try to control today that was not mine? What did I let go of? What will I release tomorrow? Gratitude before sleep: instead of replaying failures or worries, list 3 things that went well. Recognize, over time, how much already flows to you when you stay gentle inside. It's not just ancient wisdom, modern psychology agrees: when you relax, your nervous system shifts from fight or flight to rest and digest. In this zone, your body heals, your mind is creative, and your energy is more magnetic. Have you noticed that the most successful and popular people aren't the loudest? It's nearly always the quietly present. They seem to need nothing, so everything gravitates towards them. Desperation is repulsive, calm is attractive. The Stoics didn't use vision boards, but they absolutely used visualization. Imagine, for a moment, losing what you now take for granted, your health, your home, your simplest freedoms. Not to feel sad, but to wake up to gratitude. Imagine facing the very setback you fear. What truly could you do to stay steady within it? How would you rebuild? This steals fear's power. Then, visualize calmly receiving what you desire, not with desperation, but with open hands. Picture it as if it's already on its way to you, and your only work is to remain steady, receptive, and grounded. Let's revisit our earlier stories. When you chase, beg, and plead, you rarely get what you want, and even if you do, you're too anxious to enjoy it. But when you act from relaxation, detach from outcome, and calmly see yourself as already whole, life bends towards you in mysterious ways. Relationships deepen, opportunities find you, and peace no longer depends on constant winning. This is the Stoic way to manifest, not frantic wishing, but relaxed, steady readiness. Let's step back for a moment. By now, you're starting to sense a powerful pattern. The more you desperately reach for what you want, approval, love, success, the more it slips away. The more you relax, release, and align with the present, the more life brings good things to your door. But what about setbacks? Disappointment, when even after your best efforts, things just don't work out. This is where the true heart of Stoic philosophy beats the loudest. Most people give up or grow bitter when results don't match the desires. They blame fate, the world, other people, or themselves, slipping into the old cycle of stress and resentment. But Stoicism says, never base your peace on, if I get this, then I'll be happy. Base your peace on how you meet the world, whatever it brings. Just keep in mind, the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Letting go isn't about giving up on your dreams. It's about releasing your grip so tightly that the universe can finally place something into your open hands. It's saying, regardless of outcome, I remain enough, and I remain calm. In practice, it means you stay consistent in your good actions, but you choose not to torture yourself with every delay, every silence from the world. Imagine a young artist named Sammy. He pours his heart into a project. He dreams of recognition, uploads his work, waits, and waits. The views barely trickle in, the applause is silent. Sammy's mind spirals. Was it good enough? Maybe it was pointless. Should I give up? But instead of quitting or hating the world, Sammy takes a Stoic moment. He reminds himself, what I can control, my growth, my craft, my willingness to try again. What I cannot control, who discovers me, how fast the rewards arrive, what others choose to see. So he keeps creating, not from pressure, but from peace. And over time, quietly, his audience grows, drawn not by hype, but by his calm consistency and authenticity. Those who rush and burn out disappear. Sammy's fire is slow, alive, and lasting. Stoic manifestation is not about rushing, forcing, or controlling the universe. It's about developing such a deep inner calm that you become immune to passing storms. Think of it, the most trusted leaders never look desperate. The happiest couples are often quietly content, uninterested in displaying their happiness to the world. The most reliable friends don't beg for approval, they show up with calm presence, even when life is messy. When you relax your mind, you discover a new power, silent, steady confidence, not arrogance, but an unspoken peace that others notice and trust. This is what truly attracts the things you want, gently, organically, sometimes even effortlessly. Let's be honest, after this video ends, you'll be pulled back into the world's noise. Old patterns of chasing, worrying, overthinking, they don't disappear overnight. What matters is how you greet them. When you catch yourself refreshing an inbox or social media, pause. Smile at yourself. Remind yourself, is this in my control? Gently loosen your grip. When you catch yourself rehearsing an argument in your mind, practice letting it drop. When anxiety rises about the future, return to the moment, look around, feel your breath, trust that life works in seasons and cycles, and you are exactly where you need to be. Every time you relax, yes, even for a second, you rewrite your own patterns. You teach your mind that peace is available. Over time, your old anxieties lose their urgency, and your inner calm grows louder than your fears. Ask yourself honestly, what are you still gripping so tightly that it steals your peace? A relationship, a job, a certain image of your best self. What if you could loosen your hold, just for today? What if, instead of forcing manifestation, you trusted that relaxing, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually, is what lets everything flow to you naturally? Practice this art not once, but every day. Set your intentions. Act with courage. Detach from the results. Celebrate the journey. Let yourself be fully present without blame or regret. Remember, to bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. You are not at the mercy of life. You are not defined by passing failures or the opinions of strangers. You are the calm in your own storm, the magnet, not the beggar. Let's make it real. Share in the comments below. I relax, I trust, I receive. Say it, write it, claim it. Not as wishful thinking, but as a daily discipline. Let this be the first proof that you are stepping off the hamster wheel of worry, and into a new way of living and manifesting. And if you found value in this journey, subscribe and keep walking with us. There are more Stoic lessons to come, more ways to reclaim your mind, your energy, and your power. Thank you for investing your precious attention today. Remember, everything you truly seek is already making its way to you. Your job isn't to force it. Your job is to relax. Until next time, walk calmly, want lightly, and let the universe respond to your quiet strength.